What historical context do 1960s films requiring for full appreciation? Imagine stepping into a movie and feeling like you're right there in the middle of a whirlwind of change. That's what understanding the 1960s world can do for your movie experience. This was a decade of big shifts in America and around the world. The stories, styles, and themes of films from this time reflected those changes vividly. Back then, America was still holding onto the conservative values of the 1950s, but everything was starting to shift. Young people began questioning authority, pushing for new ways of thinking, and embracing freedom. Films from this period often show characters struggling with identity, justice, and belonging, mirroring those societal tensions. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum, fighting for racial equality, and many movies captured those battles on screen. The Vietnam War also cast a long shadow over the decade. As the war dragged on, more Americans, especially young ones, questioned the government's decisions. Films about war, protests, and searching for meaning became more common. The draft, which sent young men to fight in Vietnam, made these stories feel urgent and real. Plus, the rise of youth culture changed everything. Music like rock and roll and folk became symbols of rebellion. Fashion and art also reflected this new spirit of freedom. Movies from the 60s often feature young characters breaking away from tradition, exploring new ideas, and living life on their own terms. The counterculture movement, with its focus on peace and social justice, inspired filmmakers to tell bold and sometimes controversial stories. Technology played a role too. Television spread news and images of war, poverty, and injustice into homes everywhere. This pushed filmmakers to make movies that were more realistic and daring. They experimented with new techniques in cinematography, editing, and music to match the energy of the time. When you watch a 60s film today, think about the world it was made in. It was a time of uncertainty and excitement, full of hope and unrest. These movies are like snapshots of a generation trying to change the world. Knowing about civil rights, the Vietnam War, youth culture, and technological advances helps you see these films in a new light. They're not just entertainment but windows into a time when everything was changing fast. So, next time you watch an iconic 60s film, remember the history behind it. It makes the stories richer and the characters more real. These movies are part of a larger story of a society in transition, and understanding that story makes your viewing experience even more meaningful.